I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light On, Light Through, episode 331, my review of the Orville, episode 3.5. And, well, I thought the Orville moved in this episode into Emmy-worthy territory with a story on a sensitive, important issue presented in a plot with letter-perfect detail and some great twists. So you may recall that in a prior season, Topa, the Mocklin child of Bortus and his husband, was obliged to undergo, quote, corrective, unquote, surgery that changed Topa biologically from female to male, because females were not allowed in Mocklin culture. Now, in the present, a young teenage Topa is feeling confused and unhappy. Commander Grayson figures out why. The solution is an easy surgery which would restore Topa to womanhood. Except Bortus's husband goes ballistic at the prospect, and the Union doesn't want to antagonize Mocklus given the Kalon threat and the need to have Mocklus as an ally. The Orville leadership applies all of its wisdom and energy towards finding a way to do this surgery, and well, I won't tell you anymore because if you've listened this far and haven't seen this episode, well, hey, you really need to see it. You'll love it. And okay, here's a general spoiler. I will tell you that the solution is brilliantly logical and serves all kinds of purposes. Plus, it will tug on your heartstrings and get you to see the Orville in a new light. You know, it always has been far more than mere satire of Star Trek. But now, with this episode, the Orville can justifiably claim the status of being right up there among the best episodes in any Star Trek series. And I hope you enjoyed that brief review of the Orville 3.5. I'll be back here next week with my review of the next episode of the Orville. And before then, I'll be reviewing the new episode coming up in a couple of days of Star Trek Strange New Worlds and lots of other good science fiction streaming nowadays, including Westworld, which is really putting up an excellent fourth season so far. By the way, if you are a Star Trek and/or Orville fan, you might enjoy the conversation that Joel McKinnon and I had on his Selden Crisis podcast. I'll put a link to that podcast episode in the show notes to this episode of Light On, Light Through. So again, hope to see you back here soon. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound, and do whatever you can to help those brave people of Ukraine get those fascistic Putin hordes out of their country.
The Light on Light Through podcast.
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says, Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplot2savesocrates.com.
ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.